What's good and what up? It's your brother SamAnt here at Viral Hip Hop News. Do me a favor, family, before we get started with the content. Y'all know what to do. Go up top and hit that like button. Alright, so everybody's been taking a turn, taking a shot at 6ix9ine, and deservingly so. He's been on the witness stand testifying against members of the 9 Trey gang association he was associated with, one could say, for a number of months before turning his back on them turning his back on him, whatever you want to say right now. He's on the stand talking to people, putting people away, and obviously people are having their 1-2 about it. He went on the stand and talked about Jim Jones. We heard the audio on that. That was some crazy shit, man. I couldn't believe that he even mentioned Jim Jones' name in the audio. That was crazy. Then he mentioned Cardi B's name, Casanova, Trippie Redd. We heard the names, and who knows what else this dude is about to say in the number or the days to come, because he is not done testifying. Jay Prince has something to say. If you guys remember, Jay Prince's son, Jay Prince Jr., had his altercation with 6ix9ine during All-Star Weekend, if I'm not mistaken, down in Houston, Texas, where they asked for Tekashi 6ix9ine to check in. Tekashi 6ix9ine was running his mouth. It was at the height of his career where he was running his mouth in any city he was in, pissing a lot of people off. Jay Prince went on the Breakfast Club and said his famous words that if you're looking or you're out here campaigning, eventually your ass will get elected. And it looks like that came correct. Tekashi 6ix9ine was at the center of one of Jay Prince's verbal assaults on IG. Here's what he had to say. I told you about this clown Tekashi 6ix9ine that if he keeps campaigning with dumb shit that he was going to get elected. Election day has come, and now I'm hearing lies he's telling under oath about robbing me or representatives of Rap-A-Lot. Let me just make myself clear. If him or any of those clowns were trying to rob me or anyone from Rap-A-Lot family, bad news would have beat them home. Let this be a lesson to those who know better to do better, because there was never a question mark in my mind that this kid, Tekashi 6ix9ine, was rap material. That's why my sons did not allow him to come to their party. It was never about a rat checking in with us. Well, he made that very clear, what I just said, him checking in, the notion that he had to check in now was never about that. It was deeper than that. They didn't want rats at the party. They smelled the cheese on his breath from the fucking gate. Apparently, this is what was on his mind. Now, y'all go ahead and leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think of Jay Prince's comments. We'll drop on the back end of the video details of what he said about Cardi B, as well as Jim Jones, and our commentary on what we think of 6ix9ine, man. Y'all go ahead and enjoy this back end of the video of the Hip Hop Uncensored podcast, and make sure you subscribe to the most dangerous, most underrated, most disrespected podcast out here, the Hip Hop Uncensored podcast. You can see that link in the description box. We just did a great interview with Reggie Wright Jr. You're not going to want to miss that interview. That'll be up on the podcast tomorrow morning, and we'll be dropping clips throughout the weekend, man. Always trying to keep it raw, real cut here, Viral Hip Hop News. Enjoy the back end of this video. I'm out of here, man. Peace.
Names, high profile names, because it's way more names than fucking that, but profile names in the rap game.
Right.
You had Trippie Redd, Casanova, Jim Jones, Cardi B.
Right.
What's the replication or the repercussion, behind these names being dropped in this hearing, this high profile hearing with feds involved? What's the repercussion and implication with the names involved behind him testifying today in your opinion, estimation?
I'll say the repercussions are, one, if they weren't already under investigation by the feds, that they will be, under investigation by the feds, simply because, this is what the feds do. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to get people to flip. They're trying to tear down organizations. Now, if they can tie all of them in to that 9 Trey blood set, they best believe Jim Jones, if you're watching, Cardi B, if you're watching, or somebody you know is watching, hopefully, that lifestyle is behind you, because they're going to be watching you now. If they weren't already, probably already are. I would say 9 times out of 10 they are, but yeah, that's the implication of that. And he's just putting himself and his family in even more danger, because now you're pissing off more and more bloodlines of people right now, because people sitting back furious about this. I would be fucking like, what the fuck? And you see nobody saying shit really, except Cardi B's rep. You know what I mean?
And that's the most telling thing.
Yeah.
Because they would be quick, and not necessarily Jim Jones, because he's a little older, but damn sure Trippie Redd.
Yeah,
would have been running his mouth, and it's been crickets. His lawyer probably got on him immediately, said, don't say a fucking word.
Right.
Don't say a word. This is realer than you think right now. It's like, all right, say less.
Right.
But it's like, man, oh man. And you said, like we said, the defense, they still ain't cross-examining him yet. Who knows how many more names are going to come out? Who knows what they set up when they got him in there and got him to start cooperating,
right?
What plan they really had in place and what they were trying to tie up. This is a bad look for hip hop. Funk Flex, obviously one of the legendary DJs of Hot 97. He said this. He said, hold on. He said, "Ha, Jim Jones and Cardi B are not quote unquote gang members or quote unquote gang affiliated. They are trying to make our music look awful, and 6ix9ine is not smart enough to see the big picture. Today is unreal. Hashtag stay woke." Oh God, what you think about that?
Trying to make our music look awful. I mean, you know, the artists do that. You know what I'm saying? Make the music, you know, look awful. I mean, they do it enough. So I don't 100% agree, you know, with that. But I do get what he's trying to say.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? You know, as far as hip hop, it's really being a bad light put on hip hop. And I think it's not fair because there's so much good hip hop out there. There's so many good artists with a positive message. But the media, it seems like, promotes and pushes, you know, these type of artists with these type of agendas. But also on the flip side, the people got to blame ourselves too, because we flock to that type of music. Not us, but you know, some people love that type of music. They love to promote and big up these guys who promote all this foolishness, killing, drug, and this gang culture. So, you know, I think that it's a 360 circumference of blame that goes around. I don't think you could just point it at one entity, you know what I'm saying? But I hear what Funk Flex is trying to say, though. Definitely.
Yeah, it's a black eye on music only because this is how hip hop is going to be portrayed. But I 100% agree with you when you say it's a responsibility of the artist now. Yeah, some things pop, some things don't. I love, all right, Nipsey, prime example, right? Rest in peace, Nipsey. You listen to his music and not all that shit's positive, but it's a reflection of where he was and what he was going through. And I think people can genuinely appreciate that. But you got to be at a certain mind state, mature enough to decipher between that. And a lot of, especially white mainstream media or people who have no understanding of that or care to have an understanding of what they went through, it's easily something that can get spun and turn negative.
Yeah.
You don't see people shooting up schools going ahead and writing records reflecting on it. And people, you know what I mean? It's a whole different kind of creativity.
Right.
But it's this Cardi B in that situation. She has to just move smarter, obviously. And we'll see what happens, man. I think that Tekashi 6ix9ine is not done telling on people. I think it's one of the craziest things I've ever fucking seen.
It is almost like a movie.
It is.
It's like a movie, you know, playing out. But before, you know, we were talking about Troy Ave. I had this audio here, and it's from it's agtv.com. I want to give those brothers over there a shout out. They was actually, it looked like, on the scene at the courthouse
Salute
today.
to them.
Definitely. So I'm gonna play that clip real quick and we'll, you know, go from here.
I just came to see they got my boy job for kids, you know what I'm saying? But you know, we'll see how it works out. That's really it. For the real, keep it fake. Was there any updates that you see, Tekashi? He was updated. I came in from Luke. That was who I was focusing on.
So what do you think the future's going to hold for him? I mean, see when he gets out.
I don't know, man. If I knew the future, I'd be a couple million richer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
I had no idea. So him, all I can say is free Nuke. You know what I mean? I feel like he's wrongly accused of a couple of things. Well, most of the things I don't know about criminal stuff going on, but I feel like he ain't the character who they try to paint him as a betraying man. So hopefully the truth come out and free him.
You think he's lying on purpose about it?
I have no opinion on the federal government. I don't know what's up with them. I don't know what's going on with the witnesses. Nothing. I don't know.
I'm curious about your opinion. I know a lot of people have been talking about Tekashi snitching on everybody. Is that a real thing?
I don't know what it is. I don't know what he's doing. That ain't what I'm doing. Whatever he's doing, he's doing. Free Nuke. That's all I can say. I got no clickbait for y'all, man. I just got the truth. Free my boy. That's it.
No, but you got the truth, man.
Yeah, God's great and paper straight, baby. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go roll. I gotta go do some other stuff. Appreciate y'all.
How's your kids
My
going?
man, my kids is good. They're blessed.
Your kids.
Blessed. My case is gone. The case is just gone.
Good luck with that, man.
All right, appreciate you.
Appreciate it, man.
All right, so that's Troy Ave, you know, out there. It looked like the courthouse at Tekashi's trial today, pretty much supporting a good friend of his named Nuke. What's your thoughts on that, SamAnt? Troy Ave out there, a little standoffish a little bit. He didn't really want to do the interview. It seemed like I get it, but yeah, what's your feelings on that one?
I think he handled that well. I can appreciate him from this side of the table, him even stopping and giving them brothers or whoever it was a word to speak on. You know what I mean? Because I don't even know if they was brothers necessarily.
That the guy wasn't, but I don't know. Whatever.
Okay, whatever. It did. I'm glad that he understood that it was. They looked like they were looking to grab a kind of a headline or something. They wanted him to go on 6ix9ine. They wanted to kind of compare and contrast his situation with 6ix9ine's situation and run with it. You could tell right away. Yeah, he played it real well.
Yeah.
You talked and you asked me, do I feel bad for 6ix9ine or have any sympathy for 6ix9ine? This is somebody in Troy Ave that the more and more I look at his situation, that's a situation I wouldn't want to be in or wish on anybody. To sit behind that and to do what you had to do with your friend, and that's a tough one.
Well, Troy Ave, we talked about this, but we'll get back into it. He said he should be considered a hero. And then also what he said in that particular interview was like, that's not what I'm doing. I'm not snitching. He asserts that. Yeah. And it's a situation, man. Again, if you don't know the situation, allegedly the guy taxed on open fire